Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me here. Really exciting atmosphere, and very happy to tell you about the future of Starknet. Stakes to Bitcoin 2. Just a quick question. How many of you are developers? Please raise your hand. Okay. Okay, I can walk around even better. Okay, again, sorry, I didn't see. How many are developers? Please, okay. Of those, please, have you tried programming in Starknet, over Starknet? Please raise your hand if you have. Okay, then a lot of developers, and you have not tried Starknet, which means you should try, and I'm trying to explain to you and convince you why it's a good idea to take it for a ride. Okay, so let's see. It's not working. Just 1 second. So meanwhile, I can tell you about Starkware a little bit. We're a 200 size team, mostly engineering focused. We've built Starknet, and previous to that, StarkX, which is a settlement engine for DEXs and spot trading in NFTs, powering Immutable X, Rare, DYDX, and other teams. And I think maybe I'll start singing something. Okay, it seems to be working. Okay. So I want to tell you about our vision, our community, and the innovation that underpins all of it. Vision first. You know, if you look at blockchain today, there's a lot of wild, fun speculation, which is kind of nice, but this is not how we're going to win over humanity. This is not how society is going to use blockchain in the long run. It is not only about gambling, speculation, and stuff like that. There's more to it. So what is this more? What is our vision? If you think about your life in the digital space, who owns your actions, your assets? You think it's you, but actually it's custodied with others. And you ask these others to act on your behalf. But you don't have true ownership of your assets, of your actions, of your life. And the solution is to build on top of the World Wide Web a new web in which you own your life. And you own your life only if there are no other parties that can force you, censor you, tell you that they will custody, you will custody with them and they will act on your behalf, but you will be the true owner of this. And this is the integrity web, which we're all building. And what we're bringing to the table is we invented and productized and convinced the world that validity rollups and validity technology, also known as EK rollups, is the right way, because you use math to assert integrity and to prove true ownership and the integrity of your actions. And this is what we brought to life and convinced the world in using. And we're leading the pack on innovation there. So when I say we, so first of all, what is our mission? It is to build the integrity web, allowing you and everyone to own your assets and your life. And so notice, this isn't only about fun speculation and stuff like that. This is about things that are even more important and go beyond. And really, that's our vision, and that's what we care about. So when I say we, let me describe a little bit the community of builders that already exists and which I'm inviting you to try and join. First of all, you should know that a lot of the blue chip infrastructure organizations that you may know from other chains are choosing as their very first next infrastructure to deploy on. They're choosing Starknet, which is a different technology stack, but one that is very much future-proof, and I'll say more about this. So Open Zeppelin, the only standards it's developed other than on Ethereum in Solidity is for Starknet. Chainlink is live, so is Pith. Dune supports Starknet with its infrastructure. Nethermind, which is one of the leading teams in the Ethereum ecosystem, has embraced and advanced Starknet from day one. So there is a lot of recognition among visionaries and people at the vanguard of research in advancing blockchain that Starknet is a next generation technology that you want to try and embrace. Now, we have next generation wallets, which I'm guessing that many of you have not checked out, but I encourage you to check them out because what you'll see is that you get a very Web 2 experience, but without custodying your assets with anyone but yourself. And this is thanks to the technological advancements of Starknet. So they are transformed into very good UX that you will not find anywhere else without compromising security. That's our vision. Bravos, Arjun, try them out. You'll see that it's a wholly different experience. Again, backed by math. We are the place where a lot of the innovative, fully on-chain gaming developers are choosing because you have massive compute in your hands and you can put a lot of on-chain logic, on-chain gaming logic onto Starknet. And this is already embraced by visionaries like, the Influence team that have built the Unstoppable games that have been Influence, which puts a lot of on-chain logic, including physics and trajectories, computed on-chain because of the massive compute offered by Starknet. You also have a flourishing ecosystem of other games like the Dojo platform, which is spinning up a lot of fun-to-play games that, again, put a lot of their logic on-chain. We have the next generation AMM. So, everyone's expecting and anticipating Uniswap version 4 with time-weighted automatic market making. It's already existing for several months and working flawlessly on top of Starknet, built by no other than the lead developer for Uniswap version 3, who, as a visionary, chose Starknet as the platform to build the next generation AMM. Check it out. And we have next generation DeFi, DEX aggregation that uses massive computation that is very cheap on Starknet, like Avenue, Nimbora, Haiku, which uses AI to rebalance your positions for you. I already mentioned the gaming community. So if you're looking to build and go beyond copy-pasting whatever exists today, if you have ideas for using massive computation for unleashing new things that don't exist today on blockchain, Starknet is the place for you. Finally, what is backing this? Like, how do we offer this massive compute and massive scale? Where is it coming from? So a month ago, we released our latest upgrade called Bolt. It already puts us at upwards of 250 TPS for ERC20 transfers. By the end of the year, I think we'll already surpass 1,000 TPS. This is far greater than any other layer 2 on top of Ethereum, even if you consider technologies that don't really have their security turned on. As you know, many of the L2s, that's the case for them. We already have the ability to do privacy-preserving transactions, Zcash style and Tornado Cash style, by incorporating all the elements needed for that on Starknet. And we have 2-second confirmation time in this latest upgrade. We are working on the open source next generation prover called STU, stands for Stark version 2. It's going to hit mainnet on Starknet within half a year or so, Q1 25. And it uses a lot of beautiful, innovative breakthrough math that I won't go into. The main thing I just want to point out that all of the arithmetic fits inside 32-bit words, which is very important because you get really fast performance compared to other proof systems and technologies that rely on larger numbers. So this is what allowed us, for instance, this is already 3 months old. By now, probably we have even better metrics to prove on a quad core upwards of 500,000 invocations of a hash function, which at the time was the world record. We haven't checked it out recently, but very high performance that unleashes things like sub-second recursion, faster finality for layer 2, sub-second state update proofs that could even apply to layer 1 Ethereum, and such directions are being explored and more by the Ethereum Foundation research, in addition to the Bitcoin direction, which is the following. So, Bitcoin famously works with registers that are 32-bit long, and if you have a proof system that works with 32-bit size words, you're in a better position to verify proofs on Bitcoin. So we are very optimistic about the prospects of Bitcoin adopting OpCat. Once it adopts OpCat, which is this soft fork to Bitcoin that we're very much supporting and putting funding into, once we reach that, we will be within 6 months of that, we will deploy Starknet onto Bitcoin. And already we're seeing a lot of Bitcoin developers and Bitcoin L2 developers embracing the Starknet and Cairo stack, because they understand that this will allow them to give you Bitcoin security level for your layer 2, and we call it an L2 squared, which means you have a layer 2 of not one chain, but of 2 chains. It will settle securely onto both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we estimate that verifying one Starknet update is going to be less than $10,000 on Bitcoin at current prices. So $10,000 for a single transaction is quite a lot. But since a single of these transactions can pack, 1 million payments or even more, the amortized cost is going to be very low, which is what you need in order to make Bitcoin money again. Not to mention the privacy that it offers and stuff like that. So Starkware is well recognized for leading the pack in a lot of innovations that are now embraced by the industry. Stark Proofs, which basically all of the L2s, nearly all of the L2s are embracing as their core technology. I was one of the co-inventors, and Starkware was the first to productize things like Validium, aggregation, which is a term that is very hot these days. We've been aggregating proofs across different systems in production for the past 4 years. Recursive proving, a general purpose VM, virtual machine that allows for very fast and efficient proving. All of these innovations originated with us and have been productized. So, please check it out. Last thing I want to mention is that staking on the path for decentralization is going to be turned on in roughly 1 month. It's already being deployed as we speak onto Sepolia testnet, and we're checking things out. There's a lot of staking protocols and teams that are already committed to integrating with it, and a lot of excitement there. So as end users, you will be able to stake and earn rewards for that, and in the near future also offer services such as validating, signing, generating STU proofs, and so on and so forth. All of this is going to unfold in the next year. With this, I want to thank you. I think I have time to answer questions, so if there are any questions, happy to answer. You want to speak loudly and I'll just repeat it? Okay. What's my estimate of the timeline for OpCat? So OpCat is this soft fork for Bitcoin that will allow one more sort of, if you think of Bitcoin's sort of computer as one of these scientific calculators from high school, they're discussing adding one more button to it. And this button, what it does is it allows taking 2 strings of characters, like 2 whatever words or sentences, and putting them together. So it's a very simple sort of button. Actually, Satoshi in the early days had it in the Bitcoin sort of calculator, but then removed it, which is very unfortunate. If Satoshi is sitting here, so Satoshi, please speak up and bring back OpCat. So the question is, when will OpCat be adopted, and if I have any guess about that? I do not know, but what my team is telling me is that it is anywhere between the next 2 months to 2 years to infinity. So that's what I'm hearing. Okay. Thank you very much.